مساء الخير. أنا سعيدة جدا بعودتي البحرين الجميلة. لي خريجنا. أنا فخورة جدا بكم.
Same here.
واحنا بعد.
So I practiced that for hours. So happy to be here with you because I know that in order for you to be here, you have had to fight really, really hard. So I'm just going to borrow this. So this looks like an ordinary water bottle. This is not an ordinary water bottle. This is only achieved by people who have sacrificed blood, sweat, tears, effort, and sometimes dignity, right? So our course had less than 50% acceptance rate, so it was hard to get in. But also, not everybody who got in actually got to graduate. So 85% of the people graduated, which means that there were some people who didn't. Now, this basically means that if you see somebody who has one of these things, it says, I can do hard things, right? Because, so well done, you can do hard things. And so the reason why we're doing this is because when people think of a tech founder, they think of Mark Zuckerberg, you know, coder turned CEO. Bill Gates, coder turned CEO. And that is a really incomplete picture. And what I want people to think about is I also want people to think about Jack Ma, right? Now, who is richer? I don't know. Jack Ma? I don't know. We can check that out. But anyway, they are both very rich and very powerful. One of them began at Harvard as a coder, like super elite, and then dropped out of the elite. Jack Ma began his career as an English teacher, was completely broke, and didn't see his first computer until he was 30. And yet, he is literally one of the revolutionaries in the digital age. And so this program is really dedicated to people like Jack Ma, so we can be inspired by his example, and so we can also create businesses and create ventures that first focus on solving a real need and then adding technology to solve that need. Not, okay, I can code, let me just code things and see what happens. And I do not believe in these that, you know, everybody gets a prize. Some people win and some people don't. And the thing is, you are winners. And what I want to create is a community of winners in Bahrain. So when people know that you're a Tech for Non-Techies graduate, not only in Bahrain, but across the region, that people take you seriously. And in order for that to happen, we need to keep on having a very selective criteria. We need to have a hard program. We need to demand a lot of you, but also in return, we give you the best education that we possibly can. I mean, the classes that you've been to have been taught at Oxford, they've been taught at the University of Chicago, they've been taught at Techstars, so this is good stuff.